Hey geeks, it's Andrea. I know I've been MIA for a little while. Life has been super busy lately and kicking my butt a little bit, honestly. Between some personal things, technical issues, and working to get myself into a better situation, there's just been a lot going on. I actually just recently had a few of my hard drives wiped and lost months of work. So it's like building back up now. That all being said, I'm here to stay finally, so I hope you're ready for a lot of new content and of course continuing some content that I have been waiting super impatiently to get online. I was working on a huge project to come back with, but it was just taking so long. So today we're going to take a look at some open world game series. Alright geeks, let's go. 5. Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, I know what you're gonna say. One game doesn't make a series. But I'm gonna count it this time because they're already working on a second game and the first one was just so freaking good. The story is around 40 hours to complete on its own and already easily worth buying, but there's plenty more to explore in the huge world to keep you entertained for many more hours. If you want to oversimplify the game, it's very reminiscent of a Far Cry game, but with a completely different story. But we're just talking more gameplay and the bonus objectives. It also has something I always wanted in a Far Cry game but have never been able to have, an amazing female lead. It also doesn't hurt that she's really nice to look at. 4. I just mentioned it, so of course I have to have it on here. I know you probably saw a lot of Far Cry 5 recently all over the place with it just coming out a couple months ago. While it has been getting so much love, I've personally found myself falling back in love with 3 and 4. The Far Cry recipe is pretty straightforward. You have lots of loot chests to track down, towers to climb, locations to capture, and animals to skin to upgrade your equipment. And of course, random events. On top of having a lot of things to do to help you rack up your hours in the game, the storyline is always one of my favorites. The Far Cry team does a great job of creating characters that you really enjoy taking down. The combat style is also one of the most satisfying feeling, mostly because you can play it your preferred way. You can go in guns blazing, stay back and snipe, stealthily take people down with your knife while hiding in the shadows, or put stealth and sniping together and take those suckers down with your bow. My personal favorite. 3. Saints Row. So I was just sitting here thinking about writing about Saints Row, and I haven't played it in, I don't know, maybe a year or more, but just sitting here thinking about it brings so many fond memories. The Saints Row series is undeniably one of my favorites of all time. You have crazy amounts of customization in this game. Between the way your character looks, dresses, even emotes, the guns you use, the cars you drive, you can play the way that is most fun for you, including the order in which you play your missions, and you can change it all up at any time. It isn't hard to save up money to buy anything you want, and with tons of missions that pop up all over the place, you have plenty to keep you occupied. 2. Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda was one of the first fully open world video games, and the series has helped shape the way open world games continue to grow. I'm sure we all have our favorite Legend of Zelda game and feel very strongly about it. I know I do. I personally have been in several conversations where a handful of people had strong arguments for their personal favorites. Good times. The Legend of Zelda series took the open world concept leaps further with their most recent title, Breath of the Wild. If you've never really found yourself into Zelda games before, but love games like that small indie title you've probably never heard of called Skyrim, I recommend checking it out. Number 1. Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls, the series that took a chunk of my heart the first time I turned on Skyrim and just wouldn't give it back. The Elder Scrolls games are a great example of what Bethesda does best. Make slightly but usually hilariously buggy games with a crazy huge open world, tons of quests, and the ability to mod the hell out of it for pretty unlimited replayability. Being the most recent and most re-released of the Elder Scrolls, it's easy to keep Skyrim in the forefront of your mind when it comes to Elder Scroll games, but if you haven't played either Oblivion or Morrowinds, you should definitely check them out also. At least a super modded Oblivion. Alright geeks, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will be sharing some more open world series games very shortly, so be sure to share some of your favorites below. Do me a favor and like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on the social media links below. I'm gonna be super active now on both Twitter and Instagram, so be ready for that. If you're a fan of Geeky, support the channel by picking up this Bring Gnome Home t-shirt. Alright geeks, I'll see you next time.